Hey everybody, my name is Travis Kriegshauser. I'm the Strategic Marketing Manager for NK Soybeans, and I'm excited to be able to take a few minutes with you today and walk through a few slides and talk about our soybean strategy and the importance of our strategy that plays out in the future of soybean choice for your operations. When you think about all the dynamics that are at play within the industry today, you're going to need someone that can be a trusted partner with you in that decision-making process around which soybeans are going to be the best option for your acres. And that means being able to select for yield, key defensive agronomic traits like we always need to do, but then most importantly, someone that can provide the different trait options that are going to best work and suit your needs for weed management control systems. So I know there's a lot of uncertainty out there. I'm with you. It's complexity that I don't appreciate, but at the same time, I'm thrilled that our strategy allows us to be able to be a partner for your operation to help solve those tough challenges, regardless of what decisions get made that are out of our control. We have built a strategy around farmer choice, and that's what's driving our success. Our ability to make sure that we provide the best yielding products with disease screening efforts that are unparalleled in the industry to make sure that our products don't fail is important, but then also making sure that you have products that have the herbicide trait technologies that you desire to ensure that you can continue to manage tough to control weeds on your operation is what separates us apart from everyone else in the industry. So let me walk through a presentation and just share with you a little bit more. All right, so you can see here that we're calling out the highest yielding and performing varieties in the industry. And I'm not just saying that. The first trials, the independent first trials, is a great resource to be able to go and validate that for yourself. Across all maturity groups, we're seeing yield performance on the Extend platform that is unparalleled with others in the industry. We've got that yield advantage. We have those key defensive traits. We don't rest on our morals in terms of making sure that we have the most defensive, stable product performance out there in the industry. And that's what's separating us apart year after year in these independent trials that we're seeing. And so when you think about herbicide trait choice, like I mentioned before, you can see that we've got the broadest choice of different herbicide options for your operation. And we're going to continue that because that's a farmer focused and a farmer choice strategy that we've put into place, and we know it's important, and we're hearing you say that how important that really is to make sure that you do have an option and a place you can go to have choice and someone that you can trust that's going to provide the best solution for the problems that are unique to your acres. And when you think about someone else that you can trust, it's someone that has been doing it for a long time, right? So no one else in the industry can claim 50 consecutive years of soybean breeding other than NK. And that has really allowed us to be able to be in a position of leadership. Because if you think about all the consolidation that's out there in the industry today, there's really only 4 major soybean breeding programs left. You've got Bayer and Corteva, you've got Stein, and you've got Syngenta. With NK soybeans, we're cranking out some of the most elite genetics, and we have been for over 5 decades. So excited to celebrate that milestone in 2020. And let me show you what that's going to deliver for you as we look to the future. When we think about 2021, the Enlist E3 portfolio, we as a team, the breeders and our product placement scientists and our agronomy team really zoned in on trying to improve our product portfolio. We did that with a clear focus on making sure that new products that we brought in had increased yield performance, stronger agronomic and defensive traits. And we did that to be able to replace some products that were weak, as well as make sure that we built out and kind of filled any gaps that we might have had in that complete portfolio of offerings. So we were able to achieve that. Not everyone in the industry is looking to turn over a portfolio 1 year after they just developed it, but our Enlist E3 portfolio needs to be the most dynamic and most diverse and most trusted within the industry. And I'm not going to let anything else other than that be acceptable. So we brought on these new products to ensure that we could do exactly that. So excited about 2021 with that improved portfolio, a more diverse offering, and a unique offering you're not going to find in any other brand out there in the industry when it comes to Enlist E3 soybeans. And when we think about the future and we think about 2022, I'm extremely excited to tell you that we're coming with our proprietary genetics. So that 50 years of breeding, that program's cranking out some of the most elite performing genetics in both herbicide trait platforms, whether it's the Extend Plus Liberty, also known as Extend Flex, or the Enlist E3 varieties. And you see those here. On the top graph, what you're seeing is a yield advantage with the Enlist E3 varieties that are our proprietary genetics. When we think about 2022, it's going to be a 3 to 5 bushel sort of yield advantage over the competition. And that's over the current leading industry checks, over our own portfolio as well as the competitors. And I couldn't be more thrilled and excited about that. And I'll tell you how we did that, because this sort of a step change is something that you see in terms of genetic gain over a 3-year period, not a 1-year period. But we did that because we have a unique approach to how we do breeding and trait integration. And we did that with Enlist E3. When it comes to Extend, it's much more around making sure that you pick the most elite Extend varieties you have, whether those are commercially available or those are experimental varieties, and crossing the Liberty trait into there. So you've got the 3 modes of action now on that Extend platform, just as you do with Enlist E3. But you've got the dicamba option with the Extend system, and you've got the 2,4-D Colex D, the lower drift, lower volatility option when you think about Enlist E3. So let me talk about Enlist E3 a little bit more in terms of our product development process. We have a novel approach where we use a trait integration facility that's located in Clinton, Illinois, where we've got our conventional breeding program that we continually test and screen for key defensive traits and top-end yield performance, and it's clean of any other herbicide traits. That allows us to have a pool of germplasm that we can quickly integrate in new traits and be able to bring products to market with confidence that they're not going to have any of the yield drag or any of the lack of defensive traits, because we're going into a clean germplasm. We're not having to breed out the last trait to get the new trait in like most other commercial breeding programs do. So this is a unique approach for us. It's a strategic advantage we have. And in that trait integration facility, with controlled growth conditions, we can go from a seed to a seed in as little as 7 weeks. That means planting a seed, letting that plant grow, and harvesting a viable seed off that plant in as little as 7 weeks in some cases. And that allows us to quickly move generations forward so that we can get to market as soon or faster than anyone else in the industry, and we can do it with large volumes. And I'll talk about that more here in a minute. What the result is going to be is that you've got higher performing products that you can trust that first year out with our proprietary genetics. So in 2022, you're going to see a step change in key defensive traits. We have more of those powerful genetic alleles that are there to make sure that we've got the power in the field to defend against the diseases and the pests that are out there. And we're going to be able to do that with Enlist E3 when we think about that 2022 offering of our proprietary genetics. When it comes to our proprietary Extend plus Liberty genetics, again, like I mentioned, taking the most elite commercial varieties that you know and trust today for yield and agronomic traits, and we're crossing on Liberty and taking and making selections out of that to create that next class and next platform of Extend, which is the Extend plus Liberty. And we're also using our most elite pre-commercial varieties, so our experimental Extend varieties, and doing that as well. So we've got a nice diversified portfolio coming in 2022 of the Extend plus Liberty. It's going to be a complete portfolio from doubles and triple zeros all the way to group 7. So we're really excited about that opportunity as we move forward to 2022 and beyond. And then volume. So typically when you launch new trait platforms, there's always this limited volume issue. And, we've tried to alleviate that as much as possible. We've got a lot of demand for our products right now. Growers are realizing the performance and the trait choice and the trusted partnership as we rebuild the NK brand. And I'm really excited about the volumes that we're going to have available. So this isn't about just getting to try a little bit. You can go all in with NK, and you can go the entire portfolio of products that you need right within one brand. So we're going to be available in large volumes. When you think about the Extend plus Liberty, we can replace up to 70% of our sellable volumes there, our planned volumes for 2021 and 2022 and beyond. And when you think about Enlist E3, and we got 50% of our proprietary genetics volume that can replace our current portfolio, we're going to be turning over our portfolio of products very, very rapidly over the next few years, but it's going to be to the benefit of you, the customer, to ensure that you've got the highest yielding, most defensive soybeans with the trait choice that you need. And that's what we're all about. We're not changing our strategy. It's worked well for us right now to ensure that we can be nimble and agile as we have all of the craziness around soybeans happening, and we can be that trusted partner that you need to make sure you got the best beans for your fields. So I just want to wrap up and say thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done over the years in terms of helping us ensure that, we're pushed to the limits to make sure we can crank out the best products, making sure that we've got the opportunity to do the yield testing and evaluation in your geography to make sure the beans work on your fields. And just know that we're going to be bringing those most elite genetics. We're going to be bringing them in the volumes that you need. We're going to be the partner you can trust as you look forward to the future with all the chaos that's happening in soybeans today. So Sorry I wasn't able to join you in person. I hope I really do get to do that someday here real soon. Can't wait to get back out in the fields and see you soon. And until then, take care and be well.